A study conducted in 2022 found that 3 out of 4 dogs in the UK have been showing signs of depression. Even the most loving owners will, without knowing it, do things that cause their dog a lot of emotional pain. So let's look at the 8 seemingly harmless mistakes that many dog owners make. Please watch carefully as your dog's happiness depends on it. Number 1. You're watching TV. You usually walk your dog at this time in the evening, but you just notice that they're showing a film that you've been meaning to see for ages. Your dog can probably wait an hour or two, right? So long as it gets done, surely there won't be a problem. It's not like your dog can tell time. Wrong. Dogs may not be able to tell time from a clock, but they often have a very good sense of time and can quickly become very distressed if things don't happen at the time that they're supposed to happen. Remember, your dog doesn't know that you want to see this film or that you're intending to take them on their walk later. All they know is that you've randomly decided not to take them for their walk now, so for all they know, they'll have to hold it in until the morning. Number 2. We all know not to do that thing where you pretend to throw a ball for your dog during a game of fetch, but actually keep it hidden in your hand, no matter how funny a prank it might seem. But what about just holding it for a bit in between throws, just so that your dog doesn't keep running off the moment they get back to you? That's gotta be okay, right? Not from your dog's perspective. If you spend a lot of time researching training techniques, then you've probably heard the term resource guarding behavior. This is when your dog gets overly attached to a specific toy or to their food dish and refuses to let anyone else touch it, possibly becoming aggressive if they try. There are various techniques prescribed to try and combat resource guarding behaviors in dogs. But what about in humans? The way your dog sees it, when you hold the ball in your hand for too long after they bring it back to you, then you're showing resource guarding behavior and refusing to share. They don't know that you're planning to give it back, and may end up becoming frustrated if you do it too often. Number 3. It's time to go home from work, but you have some extra stuff to finish, and you don't mind doing overtime. After all, it won't hurt your dog to be left at home a little longer than usual. It's not like they're not used to being home alone. Well, it may be true that your pup doesn't mind being left alone while you're at work, but that's because they know that you're coming back. Remember when you were a little kid and your parents were late picking you up from school or daycare? How you used to worry that they might never come to pick you up, even though you knew that they were probably just stuck in traffic? That's how your dog feels when you're late coming home. That extra hour may not sound like much, but it's a lot longer when you spend it thinking that you've been abandoned. Number 4. This one is a mistake that a lot of dog owners make. You're sad or stressed or just overwhelmed by how adorable your fur baby is looking, and you decide to give them a big hug. What better way could there be to express your affection? Answer: a lot of better ways. Not only do dogs not really understand hugging, since it's not a behavior that they tend to engage in themselves, but a lot of dogs will find the experience of being hugged stressful or anxiety-inducing. Being enclosed in your arms and potentially squeezed feels to a dog like an uncomfortable invasion of their personal space. Some dogs will eventually learn to tolerate the sensation with practice, but they're unlikely to ever find it 100% enjoyable. Number 5. You're super busy. You have 110 things to do today and you haven't managed to get half of them done, but of course you still need to walk your dog. However, perhaps the walk doesn't need to take as long as it usually does. If you decide to shave some minutes off by taking a slightly different route, or if you and your dog just walk a little faster, what harm could it do? Possibly more than you'd think. For your dog, a walk isn't just about exercise. It's also about getting the chance to leave your home and explore the big wide world. Your dog's walk is an opportunity for them to meet new humans, socialize with other dogs, investigate new smells, and experience new things. If you're constantly ushering them along whenever they try to wander off the path and explore, then they're not getting the full benefit of their walk. Plus, because they can sense when you're stressed, if you go into the walk with the mindset that you have to be back by a certain time, then you're likely to get anxious as that time approaches. That anxiety will then transfer to your dog, making their walk less of an enjoyable experience for them. Number 6. The idea of kissing a dog is something that a lot of non-dog lovers balk at, and a lot of more germophobic dog lovers too, if they're honest. The idea of putting your mouth up close to your dog's face can be seen as somewhat unhygienic. But surely it doesn't cause any harm or distress to the dog. And what about rubbing their fluffy cheeks or booping their cute little nose? Surely that's all okay. Nope, it isn't. Dogs in general don't like having their faces touched unexpectedly. What reads to a human like a friendly or loving gesture can read to a dog like a physical threat, especially kissing, as this involves putting your entire head uncomfortably close to theirs. If you do plan on kissing your dog, make sure you go slowly and gently, avoiding their face in favor of head or neck. Never hold your dog's face in such a way that they couldn't easily move away if they wanted to. Number 7. You're trying to get some work done, but your dog is being a pain. They're overexcited and keep jumping around your feet, running up and down and whining for treats. Eventually, they knock something over and, in a fit of annoyance, you tell them to go to their crate. You just need a moment to clean up, and you both need a bit of time to cool off. A few moments in their crate won't hurt them, will it? No, it won't. But you have to think about the message you're sending to your dog when you do this. Dogs are very sensitive to human emotions, and your pup can absolutely tell when you're upset with them. If you tell them to go to their crate when they do something that makes you mad, then you're telling them that being sent to their crate means that they've done something bad and are now in trouble. As a result, next time they have to go in their crate, even if they haven't done anything wrong, they may assume that you're angry with them and feel bad about it. Number 8. It's an unfortunate fact of dog ownership that our pups can get a bit poignant. Even if you bathe them regularly, you can't exactly wash the smell of dog off of them. So maybe there are times when you feel just a little tempted to try spraying them with something to make them stop smelling so bad. But don't give in. Not only are most scents designed for humans not safe for your pooch, but even if you find one that is designed for dogs, your fur baby is unlikely to thank you for it. A dog's sense of smell is incredibly powerful. What seems like only a light spray of perfume can be overpowering to their sensitive sniffers. Not only do most experts recommend not spraying scented products on your dog, but many say that you should try to make sure that your dog isn't in the room before you use those products on yourself. This goes double if you're a fan of citrusy scents such as orange, lemon, or grapefruit, as many dogs find these scents particularly overpowering and dislike them as a result. You love your dog, obviously, and your dog obviously loves you, but dogs are famously friendly and affectionate with just about anyone. So how do you tell whether your dog actually loves you the most? In this video, we look at the 15 signs that your dog really is as crazy about you as you are about them.